Yes, you saucy little human. Welcome back to day 3 of the week of Wiggles, 5 minutes of mobility slipped into your inbox every single day. Today we're getting into the middle. We're getting into the spine. Everything is going to be done standing, so it's super easy and accessible. And we're going to go really gently. So find yourself a little bit of space. All I want you to do for me, I know this one looks really weird, I want you to think about sticking your butt out, and then I want you to think about thrusting it forward. Then stick your butt out, and then thrust it forward. I understand you are literally shagging the air while doing this, so I apologise if someone walks in and you're doing this, or if you're randomly in the office, but it's a really good way of just getting our hips and the lower part of our spine moving. You'll notice I'm going relatively smooth and relatively quick through this, but nice and gently, and trying to stay really nice and relaxed. Once I've done roughly about 10 of them, don't worry about how many. All I want you to do for me, think about curling your chin to your chest, your shoulders forward, and letting your body curl like segmentally, gradually down, staying nice and relaxed the whole time. If you start to feel yourself get tense, take a really big deep breath for me. And relax, and go as far as you can until you start to feel a stretch in the back of your spine or in the back of your legs. Just don't go to the point of pain. If you go something like all that twinges, come up a little bit and just hold it there, all right? Now, once you're down here and you've done your breath, we're gonna come up. I just want you to reach up, stretch your arms above you, lean backwards really gently, and I'm just gonna repeat this 3 times. So that was 1, chin to chest, shoulders forward, curling down, stroking my hands down the front of my knees, as far as I can, staying relaxed, pay attention to the tension, get down as far as we can, big deep breath, exhale, and just dangle here for me for a minute. And then we're gonna really gently come back up. Amazing, like super important our body gets used to bending. Like our spine does not move as much as it should do. You've got a load of different joints in your spine, and the movement just gets all of the blood flowing. It gets all those muscles just like waking up. Don't be afraid to have a little shimmy and a little wiggle when you're in this position. Big deep breath. And come up. Amazing. Next one I'm going to get you to do for me, really gently, I'm just going to do some side bends. So just imagine you're sort of stroking your hand down the side of your thigh. Not as sensual as it sounds. Doesn't need to be anyway, but whatever makes you happy, all right? No prescription of numbers, just doing this. And again, this one can be a little bit tender for people, especially if you haven't really bent this way in a long time. So it's really important that you only work within your pain-free range, even if it's as little as this. Gradually just aiming to go a little bit further over time, just as long as it doesn't hurt, I'm happy. We ain't gonna do this for too long, but just waking up my spine a tiny little bit. Amazing. Next one for me is a little bit weird. I want you to imagine that you've got like a massive pen and you've got a whiteboard in front of you. And what you're trying to do, without moving your hands, you go in to draw a big figure of 8 with your pen, all from your spine and your hips moving together. I want you to stay nice and loosey-goosey. Don't worry if your hips are moving. Your body is meant to move as a unit. So we're not trying to isolate any body parts at the moment. We're just getting everything going. I want you to just think about doing this a little bit faster and a little bit smoother and start to get into your rhythm. Who knew I had rhythm? Or why I sound like I'm from Southern America. Sorry if any of you are Southern American. That was horrendous. Okay, amazing. Now we've done that. Next one I want you to do, I want you to imagine you and me are holding 2 ropes. You've got a bit, I've got a bit, and you're gonna twist as this one comes, and we're just gonna twist. So like pull and pull and pull. It's really important to get that rotation into our spine. Now what I want you to do now, is you feel like you've got your rhythm, is try focus on only moving from your upper half and not moving your hips. So as you twist, you rotate your arm backwards, pull it behind you. Amazing, 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 amazing. That's the good stuff. Beautiful. So, last little bit I want you to do for me is just, and I know this looks so daft, but we ain't doing this to look good. We're doing this to move. I just want you to move slowly as if you're doing the hula hoop. The hula hoop wouldn't work if you went this slow. But again, we're just getting your hips and your back to move in the way I believe it should. You notice I'm trying to stay really nice and loose when I'm doing this, not trying to get too tense, not trying to fight tension with tension, but don't worry if you are literally just moving the tiniest little bit, even if it's like this, and it feels a bit tender. The more you do this, the more your spine's going to get used to irregular random movements, and we're going to go back the other way, then we're going to be done. Remember, everything we're doing in this series is about like low impact, the equivalent of brushing your teeth, but for your joints. So nothing's meant to be stupidly strenuous, but if you are unfamiliar with it, our body definitely needs a little bit of time to adapt to these movements. But the more, the merrier we integrate these into our day, the better we're going to feel. That was day 3. I'll see you tomorrow. We're getting into the hips. Love you.